Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different to my usual videos because there has been a new announcement from Last War's official Discord page, and I just wanted to go have a quick discussion about this, get your thoughts and opinion on this. So if you go to Last War's official Discord page, you would notice under their news category there's a new post that was posted today. And in the post, it says, some war zones have completed their journey through the darkness of Season 4 and returned to the light. But in the shadows, new challenges are quietly brewing. In the shadows, Season 5 is on the horizon. You heard that right. Season 5 now has been confirmed. I will just continue with what it says. So, what lies ahead remains a mystery. Get ready. Season 5 will introduce a completely new gameplay experience. Commanders, are you ready to face the unknown? So, in my mind, I always knew there was going to be a Season 5, because if you even look at the world map in Last War, you'll notice that there was a Season 5 category that had like a question mark. And the thing about this post that really piqued my interest is where it says Season 5 will introduce a completely new gameplay experience. That really piqued my interest because that's making me think of a lot of different things. What exactly do they mean? And to what extent is this gameplay going to be changed? Like, there's so many questions now. Now, there's a lot of speculation. I know they've even created a Season 5 predictions chat, I guess, to hype up the Season 5. I know a lot of people in this sort of, what would you call it, a suggestion or prediction chat, had mentioned that they are predicting that Season 5 is going to be a water theme. Which means to say that maybe your base could be floating in water and you have to do something and something to keep it afloat. I know that quite a few people had this idea. Other people, I think I saw one person who predicted that maybe it's going to be like a savanna theme, like in Africa. And then I think someone said aliens could be another theme as well. So there's been a lot of predictions being thrown out in this chat, which is pretty cool to see. That's right, and of course, like space, aliens, well, I mentioned that anyway, so, underwater, yeah, that was another one. That was definitely another one, like, underwater, theme. So, let's try to discuss this, because I'm very curious about what other people are saying about this. So, if we go back to Season 1, that was, like, about the virus, right? That was the main theme. Then we went to Season 2 where it was the winter/snow theme, and the mechanic in Season 2, it was very much you have to keep your temperature up in order to survive. And then Season 3, which I'm currently playing through now, that's the desert theme/Egyptian theme. That's where you've got the spice wars, and there's a few cool little things like hunting the worms, and there's the desert treasure. There's the bazaar store. There's quite a few new things in Season 3. A lot of differences compared to like Season 1 and 2. And then you have Season 4, which I haven't started yet, but I have watched videos about it, where it's like that Japanese theme/samurai theme, where the main sort of goal in the game is to like light up the world, so to speak. And there was a few events in there that are also quite new, like the Blood, I think it was called the Blood Knight Hunter or something like that. There was a few events, like new events in that season. Though obviously I haven't played it yet, so I don't know all the events, but from what I've watched, I've seen a few differences. And now we're going to Season 5. So if we went from virus, snow, desert, shadow, I guess you could say, what could be the 5th season? What could be the theme? It's really hard to say. My gut instinct is telling me it's something to do with water. However, thing is, if we go to the actual, announcement, the only clue we would have apart from what is written is the image that was provided. Look at the question mark, right? Now, if we look at the background, it kind of looks like a chip, right? Like a computer chip based on the design. So then my mind kind of thinks, well, this doesn't really seem like something that would be for a water theme, right? It wouldn't make any sense. Maybe it is more to do with a robotic theme. Maybe. If we think about the last Easter event, holiday event, we got the new base skin, that little robot skin. The gacha base skin. And you do have to wonder, was that a hint that, they were planning to do like a robot theme? Maybe. My assumption is based on this image, that kind of would make sense, unless they were trying to throw people off with this image and confuse them. But yeah, that's my interpretation of this image. Is it looks very futuristic, technology focused, so to speak. So maybe season 5 is a robot theme, but I don't think anyone actually in the predictions mentioned that it could be that. I think I might be the only one who's saying that, because look at this. We've got aliens as one suggestion. You've got a water theme. That was quite a popular one. Futuristic. Now, you see, this is more so what I'm going on based on that image. Could it be a robot theme? Futuristic? Maybe. The image certainly conveys that. Other people said space. Someone had a more detailed description. Big rains, floods, water covering. So I guess also like the water theme. This was the African savannah one that I sort of read about. And I think those were most of the predictions so far. Oh, aliens as well. That was another one that I mentioned before. And apart from that, I think that was pretty much all the predictions in underwater world. So with that one, it could either be above water or underwater. Hard to say. But my prediction is that it's got to be something futuristic. It's got to be something to do with robots. That is my final prediction. I mean, I could definitely be wrong. It could be just about anything, but that is my prediction. We don't have much clues to go by in the announcement itself. It just says, new challenges are quietly brewing in the shadows. We know season 4 was about lighting up the world, right? So this one is saying new challenges are quietly brewing in the shadows. Season 5 is on the horizon. I don't think it's going to be a water world, if I'm being honest, based even on that sentence alone. It's something that's going to happen on land, and then if we tie in the image that is provided, it's got to be something to do with technology. It's got to be futuristic robots. That's honestly my final prediction. I'm going to say robots. I'm about like 85% sure it's going to be robots. That is my final prediction. And I don't know, I know when season 4 was announced, I think in the few days that followed that, they started to release more and more information about it. So we'll definitely be seeing some more sort of sneak peeks in the next couple of days about season 5. And I think if it is true that season 5 is going to introduce a completely new gameplay experience, this might be the first season that we've experienced that is going to be totally different than all the other seasons. Now, obviously, going from season 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, the aesthetics were different. Yes, there was a few more events. But if we look at the core gameplay, it was fairly similar, especially with season 2 and 3. I mean, you went from the Rare Soil War in season 2 to the Spice War in season 3. They are literally identical events. Nothing different there, really. Apart from a few small differences, but nothing too major. So season 2 and 3 were very similar. Of course, season 3, you didn't have the same heat element that season 2 has, so there are obviously some differences. But what I mean, if you really break it down to the core of the gameplay in season 2 and 3, they are fairly similar. But this is saying that season 5 will be completely different. New gameplay experience. what could they mean? Now this also kind of plays in my mind because although the image is giving me technology, futuristic vibes, robot vibes, say in a new gameplay experience, well, if we did have a underwater world, for example, that would be unlike anything we've had so far, because so far all the seasons have happened on land. So that's another thing we got to take into consideration. Like, is it true? Like, could it be possible we would be actually underwater? Could that be like an actual thing? Would the devs do that? That's the question. There's so many questions. So I'm very, very curious. So I'm definitely going to, follow all the latest sort of posts in their Discord page, because I know for a fact in the next couple of days there's going to be some new information released, some more sneak peek things. So it's exciting. I know there's also been talks of a new overlord. And some people have even leaked images of the overlord, which is of like an eagle. And what people are saying is like, apparently the devs are planning to have a dedicated overlord per a squad. So you'll have the gorilla for the tank, you'll have the eagle for the air squad, then you got the missile squad. So that one, it's a bit of a mystery. What animal would they choose for the missile squad? It could be anything. I honestly don't know. Like, obviously a gorilla with a tank squad makes sense. Gorillas are tanks, or if that makes sense. Like, they're a tank of an animal. And if you think of eagle, that's obvious. Air squad flying, eagles fly. That's a very easy connection. But missile squad is a bit more vague. It's like, what animal could relate to a missile squad? You know what I mean? It's not as clear in my mind. I don't know. I was thinking maybe like a cobra, because a cobra will strike. I don't know. That might sound stupid, but imagine having a cobra as an overlord. That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? But yeah, it'll be funny, but still interesting. But what else? I don't know what else could be, because missiles, like you shoot missiles out, right? Cobras shoot venom out. So that was my reasoning behind that connection. But I'm obviously this is all in my head right now. This is just me imagining this right now. So yeah. But yeah, so there was talks of a new overlord. So could there be a new overlord in season 5? Highly possible. Could be the eagle overlord. But in terms of the theme of season 5, this is a complete mystery still. I'm gonna say my final thoughts. So my prediction is it's either gonna be a water theme, or it's gonna be a futuristic / technology robotic theme. That's what I'm predicting, either one of those. Based on this image they provided, it seems more like it's going to be a futuristic / robotic world. Doesn't really give off like water themed or underwater vibes. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be something to do with robots, something to do with technology, at least based on this image. However, based on what has been posted, it's hard to say, because it could be anything, especially the sentence where they say a completely new gameplay experience. That could mean anything, so it's really hard to say. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. What do you think is going to be the theme for Season 5? What do you think is going to be this new gameplay experience that they're mentioning in this announcement? Because I'm very interested to see other people's opinions on this. So, but yeah, that's just all that I wanted to discuss for this video. So hopefully you found this enjoyable, and I'll definitely catch you in the next video.